You guys,
Hello.
look who's back.
Finally.
For two pearls in a pod.
This is Purl 19 on July 12th, 2020, the year of crazy.
Uh-huh.
But we're back.
It's the year of knitting.
It's been forever, it feels like.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Becky.
Let's show our little card here.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is
it focusing all right? Or
all
is it
of our information. In case you haven't seen us before. If you're returning, thank you. And if you're new, sorry. This is going to be this episode, so it's been a long time since we've recorded because of everything going on, socially distancing and things like that, and now we're kind of hanging out and seeing each other. We've got some knitting done, and apparently
you've got more done than me, though.
Apparently, one of us has bought a lot of bags.
Yes, that's you.
You have a couple, but I apparently lost my mind. I don't even remember losing my mind.
Want to do your bag parade? Oh no, we're gonna do finished objects
first. So this one, y'all might want to grab your drink, Chevy. Grab Chevy's drink for her, and sit down and have some knitting time, some chatting with us to see what we've been working on. We got some things done.
Yep.
It's amazing when you're not going to fiber festivals and running around to yarn stores and Harley dealers.
We have
how much you can get done.
Missed the fiber festivals and
I was telling Becky when I watched our last video, our Purl 18, I think on Thursday or Friday, and just to see like what we had did then, and we listed all the places we were going to be and all the things we were going to do, and we did none of it because we recorded the Sunday. We
were going to go the very next day or the next weekend
to Indiana to that one down there, and it didn't happen.
Came to a screeching halt.
Yeah, everything did. So I got one last trip into the yarn store in Vermilion that weekend that we didn't go to this shop, and I visited with Brenda for a little bit and bought a couple things. I didn't actually knit those up. A lot of stash knitting.
I did make some socks, so which
take time for new sock people.
But I did finish something that I've had forever. Want to go every other?
Show it.
Okay, this I probably started in before 2000. I know I did. I know because I started when I lived in Michigan. So before 2000, like a penny rug.
That was over 20 years ago.
I know. That's terrible.
Holy crap.
It's crazy to think about. That's even possible, but yes. And it's finished. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I actually have a bee button to put on a bumblebee.
Did you buy that as a kit?
No, it was in a magazine.
Okay. It's really cute.
And, but like I said.
Is it all wool?
Yes. It's terrible that you said 20 years ago. Wow.
That's really pretty.
Yeah. So I do have a little bumblebee button. I just thought of that I'm going to put on it.
That's cute.
So that was one thing I finished, which was nice to actually accomplish something so old.
Let me go with something that is, sorry for the crinkle. I'm going to go with something that is not knitting. And I'm going to actually show two things out of this. So, my grandbaby was born January 17th. My little granddude. He's awesome. We babysat him a couple of days and had him, and he gave us a little bit of a run for our money, and I called Becky up, and I was seriously concerned about being a grandparent because
he
gave me and his puppy a serious run for our money. He was not happy, but I made this for him. Can you hold it down there?
Yeah, it's fixing my bra strap while it was hidden.
So I made this for Rhett. It has his birth date on it, and he has forest animals as his theme in his room. So I actually bought this the weekend before Ohio closed down. So when I went to Vermilion, I went over to the cross stitch store that's there, and I picked up this chart. And the chart had all the little buttons with it too.
That is so cute.
since I bought the product, because cross stitch products are not as inexpensive as they used to be.
Now, how will you finish that?
We're going to frame it. Poppy is going to pay for the framing of it since I made it. So Poppy said he would pay for it. And I typically go to Michael's in Perrysburg, and there's if she still works there, her name is Rebecca. She's the department manager, and she always does a really good job with these. This design is Bent Creek for cross stitch people. It's a Bent Creek design. And then I have stockings made for all of my kids, nieces, nephews, and family members. So this is Shepherd's Bush is the company, if there's any stitchers out there. So this is red stocking, and my friend here is going to make it hopefully into the stocking that it needs to be. So, and this pack also came with all the buttons and the little gems and trinkets that are on there.
At least this one I won't have to put together for a cat like the last one.
Don't get me started on that. My sisters, they get you. All right, what do you have next?
Well, this is just a little car seat blanket that we had gotten the yarn for at one of the retreats in Sauder.
I talked her into it.
It's not very big, but it actually is really soft. It would be a fun little, and I haven't blocked it yet, but it's kind of a waffly pattern. I'm not sure what the pattern was, or a doll blanket.
The yarn is actually really nice. The yarn
is
cute.
It's very soft, and it's got little flecks of orange and
purple,
yeah.
Yeah, it's cute.
So
it was a little kid that when Sauder had their retreat 2 or 3, maybe 3 years ago. Yeah. And they had a lot of people there that sold. I don't even remember who we bought them from. I bought the very same kit, but mine is not in such a finished state.
Yep.
So I guess it has been crazy town. I didn't bring the pattern. I think I was going to make this.
I think you did show the pattern maybe.
Because it started out its life as the blocks that were block of the month from that magazine. And this is 220 merino, Cascade merino. It has a little bit of a halo to it. I had intended that this would be my hat, but in color work, I apparently do not do very well with that. And so I knit too tight. I really need to size up probably a needle size or 2 when doing the color work sections. So Ruby, her little granddaughter, this is gonna be Ruby's. I sent her mom a picture of it, and Ruby she squealed about it. So.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to leave that here for Ruby to get. So that's a Ruby hat.
And so like one day last week, she took a nap here, and she brings her stocking cap with her, and I walked into the living room, and she was all curled up in a blanket with her stocking cap on.
Well, she can sleep in that hat now.
Yeah.
So
yeah, she likes hats and puts them on all by herself. And
well, you're showing your next.
All right.
I'm going to look up my pattern for my next one.
So this, I should have wrote the colorways on here. I was gonna start being better about that, but I guess I'm not. So I made this Bright Edge. Is it called Bright Edge? I think. Yeah. So this was the pattern, and I had showed this before when I just had it started, and I finished that, and it's with AJHC wool, and I have not blocked it. I'm not sure which is the front side. Yeah, this is the front side.
It's so pretty.
Shawl. So, and then I'll show one more, and then you can show yours, and then we'll do the sacks together.
I'm crazy looking for
I just had some yarn that was scraps of who knows what, and made a little silly hat. So it's like bulky yarn, and I don't know. So
okay, I found what the name of the pattern is. So this hat is for my little grand dude.
Oh yeah, is it
Barley? A little bit bigger. It's the Barley hat from Tin Can Knits, out of scraps of Malabrigo Rios, which everybody if you've watched this, you know that Malabrigo is one of my favorite workhorse yarns. Because look at,
I know, I love the stitch definition in Malabrigo, and the colors are amazing.
Yeah, so
he's gonna look so cute in that.
And then I'm going to. This hat worked up really quick. I'm gonna make the reverse of this also, just to use up the rest of the yarn. And
you
then
should make him and Papa matching hats with that pattern. Or Poppy. What does he
call
call
him? Poppy.
Yeah.
Poppy.
Yeah, have Poppy and him have matching hats.
Yeah, I think Don would he would wear this hat. I don't know that he would wear
black
green.
Or,
yeah, like gray. Gray would be acceptable.
Maybe black and gray trim or something. That'd be neat.
Can I show?
Yeah, you can show all your hats. I don't really. All I have left is this, and we can show those together.
So, I didn't weave in that end.
So Hudson Yarns.
So I've been stitching out of stash. Not that I haven't been buying stuff, because stand by for Purl's Gone Wild, but this was from my stash. This orange and pink. It's Rios.
Window pane hat.
Hudson Yards window pane hat by Talitha Kuomi, and it was from a Malabrigo book. And I actually even brought the book with me, I think.
Oh, I didn't realize that was out of the Malabrigo book.
It's out of
I
this
ordered
Malabrigo
that one,
book.
so hopefully.
And
that is so cute.
I
love the pattern. Oh, look at it in the print. That's cute too.
So in print, that's how it looked. This was a lot of fun. Yeah, this one was a lot of fun. And I love the orange. It's a little bit snug. I can wear it, but it's a little bit tight on me. But I'm going to wear it just as the beanie type of hat in the wintertime. I will have no blood to my brain probably when it's all done, but maybe I should make a different one. And
yeah, that is really cute.
So then I don't.
So you can just keep making hats for Ruby.
This hat right here is for our veterans giveaway, and it's like
cute
be
too.
A slouchy hat. I do not remember the pattern, which is probably really bad, because I just started knitting things. I was just knitting shit. Like I just started knitting. Everything was out of stash. This was like leftover yarn. This wasn't even any yarn. Like I don't even know what the yarn was. Is that it? I think that might be all for my hats.
Well, I don't have anything except
That's all for my hats.
I have not been as
productive
as
well,
you.
let me show a couple things. Can I show a couple things and then
yes.
we'll show socks last.
Yep.
So this
that turned out really cute.
This is Hat Dana.
It looks black. Did you block it?
I blocked it. I made it larger. This is not going to end up being a hat for me, I don't believe. I think it's... Good. Oh, no, it looks okay. Like, I'm okay with it. So you can Hat Dana, and
did you make the larger size, or you made your own size?
I made the larger size.
Okay.
Same needles, larger size than what I normally make. I guess it doesn't look as bad as what I thought it did. No. So you can wear hat, and if you've watched this before, we've done Hat Danas before. This is my seventh
pattern.
This is my seventh Hat Dana.
Wow.
And this.
No tassels.
I'm not a tassel girl.
I like tassels.
I just don't.
I should put tassels on this. I was gonna and I forgot.
Yeah, you love tassels so
damn
much. Put them on your own shit. So this is. I wanted to see how it would look a little bit bigger.
I like it.
Malabrigo. A DK Malabrigo is what this is. Don't remember. And a lot of times it's from, like when we went on the...
Not 20 years ago.
Not 20 years ago, but probably 5. I probably bought this 5 years ago. So this was...
Very cute.
That was my little thing. And I just kept... But wait, there's more. Oh, so I made a Hat Dana for my aunt. Her birthday was actually in May, but we haven't seen her yet. This is Rios.
Now, is that the same as what's on the bottom of the hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, this was I just started doing scraps. So this is the traditional size. Apparently, I don't know what I'm doing.
What you would normally make for yourself.
This was my traditional size.
Which I think either one's fine. I mean,
I haven't had a haircut since.
I did have a haircut,
I think
no
February.
Blonde, and my hair is dark with sparkles.
You're the sparkly age.
Sparkles. Sparkly age, yeah.
I haven't colored my hair in 20 months, I bet. And I don't think I'm going to. And, like, I'm just leaving it go.
So I had a pandemic birthday, and I was kind of glad because it was a big one, and I was afraid my kids would give me a party, and I didn't want a party, so
and
that kind of worked out good for me.
We had planned on going away to Western Michigan and on the motorcycles.
That would have been fun, though.
Was what we had planned, and we were going to go to Wool and Honey. Well, everything was shut down, and it's just not the time to travel. It really isn't for personally. And if you're traveling, like, I'm jealous. I'm not gonna lie, but we're just not right now.
Well, my kids were like, "I'm sorry that you didn't get a big 60th birthday party," and I'm like, "It's okay. I'm glad. It was perfect."
Okay, so this is what I'm gonna show next.
Yeah, I really want to make that.
So it was again from the Malabrigo book.
It's called Pier 63. I won't bend your book too much.
That's fine.
And there it is, live and in person.
This thing was
that is so cute,
super fun. And I think I would like to make myself one of these in orange and pink. I might end up giving this to my aunt for Christmas.
So this is like the top of it then?
Yeah,
according to her.
Which was not how I had wanted it.
I don't know that.
Like, I actually had wanted it when I started the pattern. I apparently didn't know what I was doing, and I started with this pattern down here, and I thought I don't know. So this is how it ended because I actually wanted green to be on top, but I think you could wear it. You could wear it either way.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay.
And it's not in the round, is it?
It was.
Okay.
It was in the round. So she kind of wears it.
Yeah, this book is really nice. There's so much cute stuff in here.
A couple of
What's
things.
Next out of here?
I don't know.
Ooh, you should do this next.
No.
That's cute. That is cute, though.
It is cute, but that is a commitment, and I still don't have that so done because it just hasn't.
I ordered the book. So hopefully.
I think that's the only Malabrigo book that I brought with me because it's the only one I knit out of. I was going to knit mitts out of one of the other Malabrigo books, out of the leftover orange and pink, and
to go with your hat.
I frogged it because I couldn't. The pattern. I don't know, and I tried. I sat on it for a couple of nights, and I'm not. If something doesn't work out, I'm not storing it anymore. I love this.
Yeah, that's pretty too.
This is called the Lehigh Wide Angle Shawl. This could be next.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these patterns are on Ravelry when I've looked them up.
I'm a little jealous at how much stuff you've gotten done. Like,
Yeah, but I'm not sewing at home. Like, I'm not sewing for my job.
Yeah, I am still working at home with my sewing.
These books they're fun books. Like,
and there's quite a few of them now too, of the Malabrigo
I feel
books.
bad. Like, I just could keep going.
Hey,
I don't know if I brought the pattern for this. Oh, I did. So when we went to Rhinebeck this past year, we went to.
I have this. Except I don't know where my pattern is. But
what was the name of the store? The Perfect Blend Yarn.
Oh yeah.
And Tea Shop. The Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop.
Which we talked about it on our Rhinebeck.
So this is designed by Melissa Kemmerer, and we showed these on our Rhinebeck episode, and it's called Scattered Petals. This is by the person who does the Nomadic Knit books, and we have a couple of those that we've shown. The yarn. Oh, I did not bring the card.
Why didn't I realize that? Why didn't I realize that was Nomadic? I don't know.
So it was from Nomadic Knits. She made this especially for the Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop. The yarn is, I think the lady that owns the Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop It's called Whole Knit and Caboodle. It was a sport weight yarn in Dutchess,
which was the name
Dutchess
of
County Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay. I thought
is what I think
it is.
It
had something to do with the lamb that was on the picture too. Where is the picture?
I did. The picture is at home. I saved the picture. Okay. The picture was with this.
Yeah.
So this is like the pattern. They're like flowers with stems. Is what that is. I don't know if you can't see it that well because of the patterning on the fabric.
Flower. There in the stem.
This
and it's like a, what would you call it? A triangle or a?
Yeah, like an asymmetrical thing.
Yeah.
This yarn.
That color is so pretty too.
I wound right before like everything was shut down. Like maybe the Friday before. Yeah, it was a pre-pandemic thing, and I posted it when I did it. Well, my winder is having some problems, or maybe it's the windy. I'm not sure. It might be me that's having the problems. It could be the winder, but it might be me too. Or it was the yarn, and it was twisty, and Don, my hubby, had to come and give the yarn a rescue because it almost all went in the garbage. Because
he had to get it before you heard it.
Yeah, I was almost ready to throw it away. So this was fun. I don't know, if after a while they put their patterns up on Ravelry. I'm not sure how it goes, so I'm sorry if I'm showing something you might not be able to knit. But
maybe at that store, maybe they still have that available.
So if it was the Perfect Blend Yarn and Tea Shop, it was in upstate New York at...
I could look it up, and I don't know what I did with my phone.
Sorry, I'm ill-prepared.
I would sing while she looks that up, but no, you don't want me to. I can promise that.
Saugerties, New York.
I'll put some crickets in there.
Saugerties, New York.
Cute shop if you're really ever that way.
This whole knit and caboodle, I think, was the owner's sister does some dyeing, and she was having a trunk show that day.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was Rhinebeck, so of course there was going to be a lot going on. So,
which sadly Rhinebeck was canceled this year.
What are you? You're not sad. You didn't want. You didn't
no,
want me to
I
make
am
you go.
sad. I'm sad for everybody, for Chevy, everybody who wanted to go.
Well, I wanted to go on September 12th to Canada to Kitchener, Waterloo. They have a fiber event there. Well, so if you go to Canada, you're gonna see all the Canadian people who die and stuff like that. Well, the postage sometimes, and we'll talk a little bit about the mailman here in a little bit. But sometimes it's expensive to ship things back and forth, and then if you just cross the little bridge.
If you have a passport.
If you have a passport.
I was gonna get you my passport for your birthday, but I didn't do it because what's the point? So
over a year we've been doing this podcast, and I've been chirping about this podcast. So then I told her, I said, "You're going to be sad if I go alone and something happens to me."
Mm-hmm.
So I was giving her the guilt trip. This is Blossom DK, a baby blanket. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it. Are you telling us
you're having a granddaughter?
No, I just made it. I made this just for what the hell. I just did. It was a simple, easy knit that I didn't have to think too much about, and it was that chunky weight yarn, so it worked up pretty quick.
This is soft yarn too.
But still, we have just a grand dude, so.
For now.
Well, maybe I should tell my Dakota story right now.
Uh-oh.
So Dakota.
I haven't heard this, so.
I haven't seen Dakota in a while, but he contacts me, or we talk and we text, and I mean we live in the same town, but hadn't seen him in a while, and he didn't come over or do anything for 4th of July with us. He was elusive to what he was doing. I don't know what he was doing. And sometimes I just want to bury my head in the sand. I don't want to know what he's doing. But he's 28 years old, and he flew to Austin, Texas yesterday to spend a week with somebody he met a couple years ago just online. I'm not even completely sure how.
That he's been talking to for a while?
Yeah, and talking, and
Well, that's exciting.
It's odd. It's just strange.
Well, way back, a long time ago, remember when there was like chat rooms and stuff?
No, I don't remember that. I'm too old for this.
Well, there used to be like chat rooms on the internet.
He sent me a picture of her.
Oh, she looks young. Well, he's young.
Well, I think she is out of college, which made me happy. Like she has
it's probably all the filters too, but yeah. That was a surprise.
So he's like telling me that she does artsy, craftsy things, and he showed me something. I think it might have been macrame, and she's really into plants. And one of her pineapple trees is named George. He texted me. He's been texting me a lot. So he texted me a picture of her and him together. So Dakota hasn't flown since we flew back from Germany.
Wow.
Right, this was my news. So I told Becky that I had some news for her that I didn't tell her in advance. So he said she likes to go to like yarn stores and craft stores, but I'm like, dude, I used to take him to yarn stores and craft stores and cross stitch stores. Like, and he knows how to behave in yarn stores. So I don't know. So he hadn't flown, but yesterday he was texting me all day. Boarding now. I just was like, okay. Arrived in Atlanta. So he.
Oh, this was all yesterday?
Yes, I found all this out late on Friday night, and I was like.
Nice of him to tell you, though. I mean, at least he let you know, right?
Normally, I find out from the other boys on Facebook.
Yeah.
Anthony went to New Mexico with his. He used to refer to her as a friend that was a girl, but now she has been promoted to girlfriend on Facebook. So it's official that that's his girlfriend, and her name is Kaya. She's a nice girl. I like her. She gives it back.
Does she live here?
She lives in Findlay.
Okay,
so she lives
she's
here in
local
Ohio.
Still,
but they had traveled to New Mexico a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I'm just perusing Facebook a little bit, and I'm like, I texted down like, did you know that Anthony went to New Mexico?
Right.
I'm like, no, we didn't know. So Dakota actually told me, but he said that she's into crafts and she likes to.
And willing to relocate?
I don't know. Like, what? Maybe he'll relocate. I'm not opposed.
Maybe she'll watch our podcast.
She did. He sent it to her, and she had watched it. And then I'm like, oh, I think in like one of the early episodes, I talked about like I went to Joann Fabrics and I stalked young girls looking for them to be my daughter-in-law, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh, that's funny.
This is probably going to end before it even begins. But he's being elusive about it, and he's not like.
Well, back a long, long time ago, there was chat rooms, and you could talk to anybody anywhere all over the country, which was kind of a new thing. And a friend of mine, her daughter started talking to someone in Finland and ended up marrying that person and moving there. And
my cousin
it
married
happens.
somebody from Amsterdam.
I mean,
maybe
just
that's
to
how that
meet
went down.
online, yeah.
Who knew? So he hasn't flown since we flew back from the military from Germany when we lived in Germany. That's the last time he flew. So he was a little bit nervous. He's never flown as an adult. So then
and that one was on mommy's lap.
Well, so then I'm telling him, I'm like, dude, what time is your flight? He's like 12:30. I'm like, you need to get there to get through TSA. It's not like come in on two wheels at 12:22 and think you're going to get through TSA. That's not how it works. So I think he texted me that he was at the airport he was there by 9:30. He got there. I probably scared him then. And then he's like, I'm like, well, is there a layover or whatever? And he's Atlanta. I'm like, that's a big place. Make sure you know where you're going. And I'm like, and don't be dilly-dallying around, like, because he had 45 minutes. Well, in Atlanta, 45 minutes to get from one terminal to the next can take you a while.
Did you get any more texts since he's been with her?
Yeah, he's been texting me. So he's all happy about her pineapple plant is named George. So I sent her pictures of George Pratt. So I don't know. I'm shocked. So
hi, welcome to the family.
So the next time he goes there, I was researching like yarn shop. The first place I'm going to go to is figure out where the yarn stores and the Harley stores are. So hey, we're ready for a trip to Austin. I mean, we're ready to go. We don't have to stay at your house. Like Dot and I will stay at a hotel. We're independent people.
She's not a stalker or anything.
I'm not a
Don't
stalker.
worry.
Don't watch those other episodes.
Yeah.
That was just I was just kidding.
She's normal.
Just normal. I got a bunch of shit I want to give you too.
That's so funny.
So Don, like, if Dakota were to move there, like, I need to drive there because I have China to give her.
He's gonna kill you because you're like got his whole life planned out.
I know. Sorry, Coda.
A girl would be nice, baby girl, because it would go with the blanket.
Well, yeah. So I made a baby blanket.
Crazy.
I just did it because it was a mindless. I needed some mindless knitting, and that is what I ended up doing. So let's talk about our socks.
Okay. So I think we did talk about, did we talk about Earth Tones Girl
I think so.
before?
I think so.
Okay, well, yeah, because we saw her in Rhinebeck, but we did not talk to her or anything.
Why didn't I talk to her?
I don't know. Now I feel like we're stalkers.
Right, and now I'm like, well, I didn't want to invade her privacy.
Yeah.
Like, she was like, I don't know, it just seemed invasive.
You kind of have a girl crush on her now.
I do. Like,
she probably doesn't watch us, but her hair's growing out and it looks so cute on her.
Well, when I'm really
she'll
stressed,
be like, okay, she's gonna get a restraining order because I've texted her a few times even.
So our podcasts are kind of like zany and quirky, and like I'm a little bit off the wall and with a lot of energy, and sometimes my ADD kicks in. Hers are the complete opposite. She's like so
calming.
Nice and calming, and like when I'm really stressed, and I've been working at home. When I'm really stressed, like in the background, I put her podcast up because it's so calming to me. Or if I'm like mediated out and I just need to
I feel that way
regroup.
about Hohe also.
Yeah,
hers
I like
are
hers
very
too.
soothing to me.
So Earth Tones Girl, sorry Denise, but you got some crushes from here in Ohio, and we're in your video at Needles Up.
Yeah.
At the hotel, we're in your video.
Yes.
And we didn't talk
At the hotel or at
the hotel.
Okay.
Because I'm
we're in her Rhinebeck video. Yes.
Yeah, I'm telling Becky, I'm like, oh my god, it's Earth Tones Girl. But then it's like, you don't want to invade somebody's privacy, and it's weird, and I didn't want to be weird. So now we're just being weird now.
Yeah.
Nothing weird about this.
So she has a YouTube channel and teaches
No Fear sock knitting.
Right. Shorty. Well, okay.
The pattern
the pattern is No Fear Shorties, right?
I think she just made.
I actually have it in here.
Her pattern I keep in this little one of my goodies but oldies
on your lock and key.
Because it's not like she signed it. Oh, I want her to sign it.
Mine's folded up.
No Fear Shorty socks.
Yep.
Earth Tones Girl Designs. I want her to sign it.
So here's the pattern. And she does a kind of a tutorial, but she does a class.
She's an amazing
with
teacher.
Each step. And I can't tell you how many people we have told to.
So it's like, so she teaches you how to do the cuff. And
the cast on and the cuff, yeah.
The cast on and the cuff. And I've gotten tips every time I watch it, and I watched it a couple times, all the videos. So this is like the first section, the cast on and this. And then she talks about the heel and this area in here. And then she talks about like knitting the foot part and then the toe. So this is one completed sock.
Was it your first pair you did?
This was my first pair.
This was mine.
I messed up on the cast off on my
and they're both
Kitchener.
Actually done.
Wait, yeah. Proof is that I have
my yarn. I found it in my stash. I have no idea the colorway or anything, but it's really nice yarn. So
this is the first pair of socks that I knit complete both pairs.
Yep.
And I love the way they fit. I had a bunch of single socks with no mates, and those have all went to gone. I've gotten rid of them.
What yarn was this? No, I can't remember. Lollipop.
Lollipop.
So I did a second pair.
And I did a second
with my lollipop yarn.
I did a second pair with mustache yarn, and I need. If you register for her email, Mustache does her shop updates
on Tuesdays. But don't wait till Tuesday at 11 o'clock because everything's gone.
No, Well, we each have 2 more coming.
Yes.
So this was my mustache. Love, and this was from the May 5th. May the 5th be with, or May the 4th, May 4th, May the 4th be with you. This was the update for, this one was like Luke, I think, was the name of the colorway. Her pattern, a lot of times in my socks, I ended up with some weird gaps and some weird shit going on in this area. And in
she
hers,
has great tips for that.
What she has you twist the stitches, it is
amazing.
She's amazing.
So, and then I had these started a long time ago, but because of her technique, I actually got them finished up. And
Those are cute.
It's 2 different skeins of yarn that I got at Yarn Envy, which is no longer open anymore, sadly.
They're closed.
And so getting 3 pairs of socks done was a big accomplishment.
So in a little bit, we're going to talk about giveaways and knit-alongs. I still have a couple more things to show. Sorry.
That's okay.
I was a very, very productive Purl. That is, I was a...
Oh, yeah, we were going to announce that we do have some giveaways.
But I was not a reproductive Purl, but a productive Purl.
Yes.
So...
Oh, yeah, you did get more stuff.
I had started this, and this is... Help me out. Casapinka.
The mystery knit-along tea. It had to do with tea.
Like, was it the perfect blend?
Perfect blend.
So...
shawl.
A lot of my colors are from Bad Amy. There's AJHC wool is in here.
Doing all your
there
blocking.
There is some places in here that are not in perfection, and I was having a hard time getting my stitch count correct, and I struggled and finally, like, at the end of each pattern, I just made sure.
Everyone had a little bit of trouble with that, and yeah.
At the end of each pattern, end of each color, I made sure that I had the correct stitch count and moved on, and it wasn't perfect, but nobody really knows. Then, so Becky did the advent calendar for me, my surprise, and so
that turned out really cute.
This is by Curious Handmade, Helen Stewart, and it is the Land of Sweets. This is blacked. It's a little bit janky, a little bit weird because
just a little rumple there. It turned out really cute.
So love it, absolutely love it. So she gave me one big skein, which was my big December 24th opening, and it was this one, and then
I decided to do the advent calendar. I mean, not too late, but early on enough that you could do it as advent. But it mostly was out of my stash.
So. Well, and I didn't.
True confession.
I don't remember. I didn't start it till after Christmas because the big skein didn't come until the 24th.
Right.
So, like, the fact that this is done tells me that I probably spend too much time going to yarn stores and fiber festivals, and if I would stay home and knit, I would be this productive. Because I'm not actually a fast knitter. So don't feel bad or think that I have some...
Oh, I feel bad. All
some wonderful ability, because I'm actually I knit really slow.
You know, in the beginning of this, I really had a hard time, like...
focusing.
Yeah. Well, you know, of course, Jim was home. Mm-hmm. You know, he got laid off right away, and so, you know, the whole thing was different.
It was like their second honeymoon.
I wasn't... Yeah, right. I wasn't babysitting, so...
It was like your second honeymoon.
And I feel like I'm going to cough.
Uh-oh. She's trying to distract me from saying that she was in the boom boom room.
No, yeah. That's all I wanted for my birthday. No.
Okay. Hopefully your kids don't watch this. So I
hope they do.
That is all of my accomplishments.
So we had to fill out something for a wedding shower. Advice for the couple. That was my nephew. So everything, it was like, what should you do? I don't know what all the questions were, but I just filled in sex for everything, just because he's my nephew is very dry sense of humor. He's very funny, and they're both, let's just say they're They're not, well, they're not young, but that's not a bad. They won't watch this anyway. What do I care? So
they're in their mid-30s.
Yeah. So my daughter, one of my daughters wrote. I showed her what I put on there, and my daughter wrote for her advice. Don't listen to Aunt Becky.
So you put your name on
yeah,
who filled out what?
Yeah.
So
he'll think it's funny. So
I want to talk a little bit about these. Okay, so I don't know when it was. I think it was before Christmas. You were making a hat. I think it was before Christmas, and she was working at the shop on Thursday. It might have even been November, and she was like, "Hey, I'm making this hat, and I want to finish it up."
Yeah.
And she said, "Can you bring me
your pom-pom
makers?" So I looked
because I can't find mine,
and all I had was the one that was like, I mean, it wasn't this big. It was like the bigger one. And then a bunch of like smaller ones. So I took them all to her. I'm like, Becky, this is all that I have. I thought I had more of these, but I don't. And she's like, you have more of them. She's giving me the whatnot. And she's like, you have more of them. You just don't know where they're at. I'm thinking like, the room I keep them in is not that big.
You should see my room right now. Ooh.
And so we're not going to crash your stash today.
We already did that, remember?
We need to crash mine then. Mm-hmm. Maybe next time. Maybe in 2 weeks. So then you were cleaning out your room, and
we cleaned the garage because
so these weren't even in your craft room.
No, they were packed away because I borrowed them for
when you lived
Ruby's
at the house
shower.
on 23.
Yes,
3.5 years ago.
So they were in a box with a bunch of pom-poms I had made for the baby shower.
So she accused me of losing my very own pom-pom makers.
Yes,
anybody who knows me knows that I do not normally. Losing things like this because I always keep like things with like things. So,
I know where mine are now because mine were with yours. So I found all of them.
So now I have my pom-poms back.
Yay.
For
the next Ruby's
time.
3. So her shower was before she was born. So 3 years later.
A little over 3 years.
She makes pom-poms about like she does tassels. Never.
Don't be that guy. All right. So where are we going to next?
Well, can I show these? Because it was something I made. So, if you watch us, you'll know that I have this bin that I got at Rhinebeck that I love.
What's it called?
Becky's Bitch Bin. It was named that. I didn't name it that.
I probably
did. Named that at the retreat in the Sauter retreat. So I decided to try and make one. And so I did. So here it is, and I am selling these. If anyone's interested, I will put my email down below in the comments. And
she's not calling them her bitch bin though. She's put her Purl pod thing on there.
So if you're interested, email me and I will send you, which ones I have and go from there.
That is so cute.
So inside it has 3 little bins, or you can get it without the bins, but. This is one of them.
3 little bee bins
that I have ready, and then the other one I have ready is.
Is that Game of Thrones?
This is Game of Thrones. Yep. And there is 3 pockets on each side and 2 pockets on each end, and I should fill one up with my. Oh, there's only 2 pockets on this side, but with the bins you can just get all kinds of notions in, and I leave mine sitting.
And she was walking around with that, like...
Yeah, and, like, everyone, they were laughing about it until they needed something.
They were laughing when they looked up at how much they cost.
Yeah, but they all wanted one.
Uh-huh.
And then, so you can put anything you can imagine. Like, someone asked me for, I don't know, a tape measure. Yeah, here it is.
What didn't you have in there?
Nail file. There now is a nail file in there. Mm-hmm. Yep. So anyway, if you're interested, just send me a message, and I'll put my email in the comments below, and I'll send you pictures of what I have available.
On the line, put bitch bin.
Yeah,
that's what, or bin. Just bee bin if you don't want to type that out.
Yeah.
So that's.
Let's see. We did our. Oh, we didn't do our whips. We didn't do.
Oh boy, this.
Oh my goodness. We've hardly done anything.
So, should we talk about whips?
Sure.
We'll save the shameful stuff for last.
Okay.
Which is Purl's Gone Wild.
So,
Yeah, we'll save it.
I got this bag for my birthday, but my whip is in there.
So
with another bag.
Becky texted me before her birthday. It was in May, and these were up on Espas-Trico's website.
Yeah. And they were so cute. I really wanted one. It has a little leather handle.
I texted her back, and I said no, because if she bought it, I wanted it, and I had seen it, and I wanted it.
And she talked me down.
And I told her,
"Don't do it. You don't need it."
You don't need a bag. Like, we have a lot of bags.
Calm down, girl.
We don't need a bag. Well, then, like, a half hour went by, and I'm like, that's a really cute bag. I want that bag now too. So I made it happen for her birthday.
Oh, maybe I won't show these yet anyway.
Where's the little bag that's in there? Is there?
Yeah, I held it up.
So show them how that opens. This was also
I don't
came
have
from
anything
there.
in it yet because I have been doing nothing but sewing. But I love how
I love the way it opens.
So then it's like a little.
And it has their little Espas-Trico logo in there too.
So I need to fill this with notions.
Those were on Espas-Trico's website. They were going to take them to Knit City, Montreal.
Right.
This was like what they were taking. And then I also in there was the La Bien-Aimée, a little skein of the yarn, because when I went on their website,
I don't have that in here.
The big skeins were already gone, so that was not an option.
Yeah, I don't have that out here. I'll have to save that for next time. Okay, so I'll show these instead. I'll wait till we do that other thing.
Okay.
So I bought probably close to 20 years ago. No, how many years ago did I decide? Like 6 or 7 years ago. It was before I knew you that I actually ordered this yarn.
Or right after we met.
Yeah, right
because
around there.
Because I remember you ordering it.
And I was afraid to do. This was back when I thought, oh my goodness, I can't believe that yarn costs that much.
I know. I was like, I can't believe she paid that much for that yarn. Now I'm like, let's buy 2 each.
But because of Earth Tones Girl, I'm brave enough to make my socks now. So
I can't talk about my one whip.
I'm actually just doing footies because I like footies. That's what I like to wear.
Maybe you could make like Ruby and Lucy each a pair of footies out of that.
I should have quite a bit left over.
Like if you, that would be cute. Or if you had heels and toes, you could make them.
And it's in my whose yarn is this? You know whose yarn
bag?
this is. No, this yarn.
Artistic Yarns by
Abby.
Yep. Abigail Graso.
And I'm doing them 2 at a time.
I somehow am friends with her on Facebook, so I see her shop updates, which are brutal to see.
Yeah, she has really cute
She's
yarn.
really, and I actually have one of those also.
So the only other whip that I brought out, I'm thinking about tearing out because
what? Oh.
At this point, it's in my hoagie bag that was also a special that was supposed to be at a show.
At DFW.
Yeah.
Because those were purchased from the Suburban Stitcher.
So
I have this also.
The Suburban Stitcher, they were gone like that too.
But Becky was able to get that with her Apple Pay. I was able to snag
too. So I started this. What's it called? I'm not sure what the pattern's called. I'll look at it, but this shawl. But it's with
tired.
What is this shawl? Mohair. And I have to say, at this point, I am not a mohair fan yet. I mean, here's the color. This was one of my Chicken of the Month Club colorways, but I just don't know if I like knitting with mohair.
Well, tearing that out with that mohair, from what I hear, is not going to be a fun event.
Which maybe I should just stick with it.
Just
I don't
keep
know.
moving.
It'll be pretty. Look at it. It will be pretty. So.
Are you doing 2 different colors?
No, it's the same color. No, I'm not.
Oh.
And I wondered if that was a bad idea, but it is pretty.
Okay. Yeah.
It's pretty,
just keep
but
going.
And it's not even a difficult pattern. It's just, I don't know. The mohair's, I don't know. We'll see. Kind of a big bag for my little project. But.
Is that you only have those 2 things on the needles right now?
Well, I have some other stuff, but nothing I'm working on currently.
So those. Wait, what's the difference of it? What do we say? A whip versus a
languishing. Whips are what you're currently working on, and UFOs are
unfinished objects are just like languishing, because we have a group that we Zoom on Thursday nights, which Thursday night was our normal knit night, and we're not getting together to do that. So we Zoom on Thursday nights, a group of us, and we had a conversation about whips versus, and it was Lisa.
UFOs, yep.
Lisa, our smartest
our
friend.
Wise friend Lisa.
So she said the UFOs
I was going to say she's a wise old owl, but sorry, Lisa.
She's our smartest
you're not old.
Friend.
You're just wise.
She's just our smartest friend.
Yes. So that's really all I have. What have you got?
Well, I can't talk about this until we talk about giveaways.
Yeah, when we're ready.
So I have something I'm currently working on. But for some odd reason...
How are we doing? We're 50 minutes in.
I know, we're doing okay. It might be a little bit lengthy. They might have to watch it in parts.
Might be a two-parter for you.
So, the Storm Shawl by Joji Locatelli, and I'm mid-row, which I don't typically do this, but I just didn't get to the end. Here's the drop stitches in there. Okay,
I love that.
About drop stitches. For those who have not done this before, and I've known better because I took a class with Brenda when she was at Ray Marie, when her yarn store was over by the cross stitch store in Vermilion, so a long time ago. I took a class with her, and you had to use straight needles, and I was like, I didn't understand why she was making us use straight needles. And it was like a drop, it was a cowl. I gave it to my aunt. And if you use these kind of needles and you do the drop stitch, when you go back to pick up stitches, it gets jammed on the needle. And then there are cuss words and unkind thoughts.
A lot of people went through that with the Perfect Blend cowl.
Yes. So I got needles from Joanne's long straight 7.
You should have called me. I'm sure I have them. So
I had a coupon. They were like $3. I'm not buying those signature needles. I do want them, but I'm not. So it's about halfway done.
And Malabrigo.
Malabrigo sock. I don't remember the colorway. So this has been, I started this last weekend.
Yeah, I like that.
Apparently when I stay home, I get a lot done. I have not, this has been
it's hard for her to stay home.
It is. Well, I've kind of been forced to stay home. This bag I bought in Rhinebeck.
But it is difficult for you.
It is difficult for me to stay home and not go to new yarn stores and meet new friends.
Oh, that.
This old thing.
Which, from our last podcast, is a major difference.
Zigzag, people. Zigzag. So, at our last podcast, this is where I was.
Keep in mind, our last podcast was March.
Well, but look at all this.
I know you have got so much done.
This bores me. I can work on this for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh my lord, somebody shoot me in the head, because it just bores me a little bit. The people who've made more than one of these, hats off to you, sisters.
Right.
Because I'm struggling to get this one done, and this is Malabrigo sock is the pink. The white is Madeline Tosh, and it seems like it just keeps going.
It's the forever knit.
It is. It's down in there like.
Those are big balls still.
Still big balls.
Cheryl's got big balls.
So this goes with me in the motorcycle. Like I had so we were supposed to be going places. We were supposed to be doing some shit this summer.
We were supposed to go to Washington, D.C.
over Memorial Day weekend for Rolling Thunder, and this was my project I was going to be working on, because I don't need the pattern. I just know it. It's simple to memorize, and this was going to be my journey.
And then we were not going to go to Washington. We were going to cancel it so Jim could have back surgery, and he did have back surgery even like when things started to open back up. But
so we.
Oh yeah. You want to just do that now?
We'll talk at the end. So this is my other whip, but it is part of our knit along, and we'll talk about that at the very end. So I have to do, okay, so we picked the pattern Paris and Berlin, which I should be working on Paris and Berlin, and
oh, that's right. Oh, your balls rolling away.
I lost my ball. Paris and Berlin is a shawl pattern by Joey Locatelli, and that is the thing we're all gonna do for.
I did start that barely.
For solder.
Like the zigzag.
That's it.
And I know Andrea's is Andrea's done? No, Joy's. Yeah, I think Andrea's is done too. Joy and Andrea. Mary Lee probably has hers done.
Yeah, I think one of those gals has theirs done.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever. I'm not. Listen,
pictures in February.
Here's the thing: is life is too short to knit things that you don't really want to knit on. I've decided that. I have taken so much frog stuff. I kind of
felt that way about the that mohair, but now when I took it out, I kind of liked it. Mm-hmm. So it might come to the front again. I don't know.
So Purls have gone wild.
I don't even
mailbox
have all
version
stuff. Yeah,
it's the Purls Gone Wild mailbox version. So don't worry if you think that purchases have not been made. My mailman hates me. It's true. Like he hates me. My mail. Okay, so we live in Northwest Ohio. Our mail goes into Detroit, and it's sorted out from there. Well, it gets into Detroit, and it's in the roundabout. They just keep going around.
Yeah, it is very strange.
It is going.
When you see how much stuff she bought, you'll understand why the mailman hates her.
So, yeah, the mailman. I have stuff that's still hanging out there again because I've been buying. I was down to like no things, and now I bought some more stuff, thinking like life is kind of picked back up again, but apparently not at the U.S. Postal Service. It has not. So,
but hey, they've been out there working the whole time.
They have.
And I'm sure that there is a lot more mail order going on than has.
And I will say, like, I do get one of my major medicines comes from Briova, and it comes on ice.
You don't want to tick them off.
Yeah, no, you know what? My medicine comes DHL.
FedEx? Oh, okay.
Or FedEx. Maybe it's FedEx. Yeah, so I don't care about the post office. I'll talk crap about them if they're not bringing my medicine. They don't seem. My bills are not delayed. The bills have all made it on time. The things that are still mailed. So they're picking and choosing. Well,
through all this, my grandson was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. That was quite a shock for us.
Yeah.
And he
spent some time in the hospital.
Yeah, 5 or 6 days in the hospital. It was pretty serious, and so his life's changed forever, but he's waiting for, I'm not sure what the device is called, but you put it in your arm, and I think you can leave it in 7 to 10 days, and then you can just put a phone on it to see what your blood sugar is, so he's not constantly poking his fingers, and that has been ordered a long time, and still hasn't gotten that. So
I guess me not getting yarn is not as big of a deal.
Yeah, you can handle it.
But it's a big letdown.
He's done really well. He's a good kid.
Did that fabric come that you're going to make those bags out of?
Yes. I want to do I got some type 1 diabetes fabric with it has the ribbon on it, and I'm going to work on some bags, and then any money I make from those bags I want to put in an account in case there's he would like a pump, so it could either go to the insulin pump, or eventually when he's going to live on his own, we'd like to save up for him to have a service dog. So so I'll put those on here when I just got the fabric. That took forever to come in.
Yeah, because you ordered that
right away when he was diagnosed.
Was that in April?
I'm not sure what the date was. It was pretty early on in this going on, because he had some symptoms, but they thought, he hadn't been around anybody, and it wasn't really symptoms of COVID, so, they were trying to stay away from the hospital, and then he just got so bad they had to go to the hospital. They were in contact with the doctor, but the doctor didn't, figure out the symptoms that's what it could be. It was really a shock, because there's no one that really blood related with the type 1. So, but on a
Right.
happier note.
All right, my rant about the post office is done now. But this is from Ruby and Rosa's hand dyed yarns. It was on Etsy. Sorry for the crinkling, but I'm not taking it out. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with this. I'm not even sure why I bought it, but I loved it, and so it came home.
I'll show my little pack of minis now since
house.
you did that. This is Dragon Horde Yarns, Alice in Wonderland colorway.
Was that on Etsy, or how did that?
It was. I think I saw it on Etsy. I stumbled upon it.
That's really cute.
But I thought it was really pretty. And I don't know what I'll do either. So we'll see.
My other yarn purchases. Oh, I was thinking I didn't have that much. I lied. Before.
Oh, there's a whole basket full down there.
Crap. Before COVID hit, I went over to Brenda's in Vermilion, and I bought yarn to make some hats. Because the hats are my thing, apparently.
That is cute. The cute noggin baby hat.
And I got this Spud and Chloe yarn. It's a superwash. Yes, Spud and Chloe.
And what hat are you making?
The cute noggin baby hat.
It is really cute.
Not for little dude, because I think he's already outgrown what this would be for.
Dakota, that can be for your baby.
For the grandson. For maybe another grandson.
Yeah.
Bayard.
He's gonna kill us, you know
by
that.
Bristol Ivy. This hat.
That's cute.
Brenda had this hat knit up, or she was picking colors for it. This was this was the weekend before, like, Ohio shut down. And I got these two, Brooklyn Tweed.
Ooh, that'll
Loft.
be pretty.
Because the olive green, I always love the olive green. But that was a free hat with it.
That's
this
cute.
Is, yeah, I think it'll go pretty fast. Maybe I'll make that soon. After things started opening back up, hats are usually pretty good for me. After things started opening back up, Brenda texted me, and she was doing like a appointments only type of thing, and I think she still is just doing that right now. And I bought.
So many yarn stores are closing. It makes me so sad.
Knitting Temptations down near Columbus is closing, and that one that one threw me for a loop a little bit.
Love that yarn.
That one threw me for a loop, and Chelsea Pearls in Red Bank, New Jersey. Like, she's gonna still dye yarn and sell things, but I think she's gonna do more.
Close her storefront.
So this is from Tanis Fiber Arts. The pattern is, I don't know what the pattern's called. Rocket Tee. And I picked Emma's yarn. This is the super silky yarn.
It almost looks like it's mohair, but it's not.
80%. Oh, that had mohair, but I don't.
Okay, you don't want to do the mohair.
I don't like mohair next to my skin. I don't. Yeah, it makes me.
I think
itchy.
that'll be pretty with those two.
So this is Emma's yarn. It's 80% superwash merino and 20% silk. So I thought that was pretty cute.
Maybe I'll pull out my Emma's yarn since you did your Emma's yarn.
Well, and I have another purchase of Emma's yarn
So
also.
the
what was the pattern?
Local yarn store day pattern from Casapinka. Can't remember what it was called though.
I have it.
I have it too, but I don't have it with me. But this is the yarn I picked out. I got it Cast On Yarn Studio, and it's Emma's yarn. I got this Emma's yarn for that also. And Brenda did. These are mine's Party Time and Weather Vane. Brenda did a lot and is still, I think, doing a lot of online sales. Or that's how I got pickup. This is Don't Call Me Peaches, and this is Wing It from Emma's. I'm sneaking in my purchases so it looks like she got more, which she did, but just more than I'm laying claim to. And then, just wait, there's more.
All right. So, because I'm like loving the sock yarn knitting thing, I have completely shit the bed when it comes to buying self-striping yarn. Fiber Nymph Dye Works.
Yeah, that's pretty.
It's called Fruit Loops.
She's a Fruit Loop, all right.
I shit the bed when it comes to this, and like it's just like it's just like $30. So this
That's
is
cute.
This is Fiber Nymph in pink and orange inversible sets in the bounce
be
space.
Opposite.
Fiber Nymph Dye Works.
Those are your colors.
So,
and then
Mustache. She's the devil. That business she's not good. I put them in bags just to keep them because I didn't want them to be all
Stash in good health. Where does it say the colorway on these? Oh,
it's this one is this
Quinceañera.
Oh, Quinceañera.
Quinceañera. That's what mine is.
This is the candy one, Cascaronas. It's like the candy. I don't know if that can be seen. The light is
have
weird.
a cup. Yeah, let me try over here. Or is it glare because of the band? Oh, that's better. So, I have two more, but I don't know where they are. They're somewhere in my mess of a room.
We have both shit the bed when it comes to self-striping yarn, but all I want to do now is knit socks.
And that is really Earth Tone Girl's fault.
Mm-hmm. It's her fault. And I think she's doing something with Mustache Yarn right now. Like, a class or doing something.
Oh,
with
yeah.
Her. They were on together.
Online class.
So, this is Eeyore's Rainbow. And it's all
Eeyore's
white
Rainbow.
and grays.
I love it.
I thought that was really cute. Lollipop Yarn. Becky is the evil one for getting me into this detail.
Yeah, but look how cute. They come in these cute bags.
So it comes in the bag.
And it comes with a contrast color, which
Here's
I
the
didn't use my
contrast
contrast color on my socks, so I'll have to use it for something else. That one's pretty.
All I want to do is knit socks now. Like I love doing the heel. It's fun because it's successful. It works out. Before when I was knitting, like socks were discouraging because I could never get them to work out.
Mm-hmm.
I would get one done and then it would be like some weird holes and just some oddness.
Yep.
Like I just didn't like them. Here's the contrast for this one. And here is.
I love when they're wound like a gobstopper.
So, I love her yarn. Her updates are rare. I get emails when she does updates.
Right.
And then I usually set a reminder in my phone. The mustache.
Is this basket just for sock yarn? Could be, I suppose.
It could be. This is older. Like, I'm going to make a hat out of this.
Yeah, I like that too. Hold that up.
I've showed this.
Oh,
Tina's Twisted Fiber. I bought this at Around the Table Yarns over in the Cleveland area. And here's, I'm not usually a pom-pom girl, but there's a pom-pom for it. I think that's it for my sock yarn.
All right, I'll show some of my sock yarn.
So I don't feel so bad about
myself.
myself.
I'm in the Cozy Knitters Sock of the Month Club. Just what I need. And she doesn't have enough. I have like 4 of them, but I only have 2 with me right now.
Is that a newer one?
This is the newest one.
That's pretty.
And it's called My Friend Margaret. My Friend Margaret.
Oh. We have a friend Margaret. I have not seen Margaret.
I know, we miss Margaret.
I don't know if I've seen Margaret since Sauter.
Oh, really? I think I saw her a couple times after, but you missed some.
I missed some knit nights.
And then this is another one. This is.
That's the one I like.
Wildest Dreams.
Yeah, I like that one.
So I need to get rocking on the socks. more than what I have been. And then, so for my birthday, Christy gave me. No, wait, was this for my? No. In our town, they did a wine a friend or something, and they dropped things off, and so she gave me this with some wine and some other things. So, and then for my birthday, Christy,
really pretty.
She, what's the name of her business?
Creatively Altered.
Creatively Altered, and then she just recently started doing speckles. So this one she gave me for my birthday. Cute. Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, that is really, I like that a lot.
And then I did get an orange to go with it, but I'm not sure where I put it. So, I mean, it's my room is trashed right now.
Trash your stash.
So, and then I ordered this from Olive and To You Studio. They're in Florida, and this one is called Swan City. And my mom and dad lived in Lakeland, and Lakeland's Swan City, so this is a little,
I like that
just
one.
a mini. Don't know what I'm going to do with it. So, I think that's everything I bought. You still have, but wait, there's
no. I think that was it for me.
Well,
then we have the bag confessions.
We have this. You have one of these too.
Yes.
Did you bring it?
No.
This is Women Are Daring. And it's from Cornbread and Honey,
which is a Ohio dyer
that you brought me back.
Yes.
Because you love me.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, that's all I have. That's it.
That's all.
I mean, that's all I could find.
Yarn, because bag confessions are.
Oh yeah, I do
have
have some bag confessions.
Bag confessions are next, and let me tell you something. These two bags got some confessions. Me, maybe more than you, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think I have a lot. And I didn't bring my one
bag that matches the.
Well, I showed my Hohi bag.
I didn't bring
already. And then I couldn't remember if we showed these already or not. So we held on to these at Rhinebeck for a little while in the booth, and then we both put them down. So when Sandy by the Lakeside had an update, Cheryl said, I'm ordering.
Well, I ordered, so might as well show the big bag.
Okay.
I ordered a big bag in this color, but I did not bring it with me today.
So, with a little help from me, my husband got me this for my birthday. And this is Sandy by the Lakeside, and it's a dark green color.
It's a dark olive green. It's really pretty.
And then I thought, if I'm going to put my knitting in this, I need a bag to put inside it for my purse. So, I also got the
I did not buy this. I have one of these in the same color in this one.
But I gotta say, I like that new Hohi one too with the little pockets.
I didn't.
But I'm not going.
No.
I didn't buy it. So there's my Sandy by the Lakeside.
I figured that I might need to go on a bag diet.
You said you would never, but
I don't really want to.
She went on a binge. Let me just say.
It's really bad.
Okay.
This is bad. This is a bad.
I know. I was shocked when I saw the pile.
And I didn't bring my Sandy by the Lakeside. I didn't bring.
I haven't even seen all these, have I?
I don't know. I seen something on Facebook and it said, I have ordered so much stuff online at this point. If a llama shows up, it just
don't
is
be
what
surprised.
it is. Like it's here.
It could happen.
Okay, so Fringe had. A warehouse sale.
I did get a Fringe bag.
You bought a Fringe bag.
But mine was just the brown color. It wasn't.
Didn't you buy 2 Fringe bags?
No, that wasn't me.
Andrea did.
Yeah.
A field bag in orange.
I got the bigger one. With the
town bag.
Yes.
I have a gray field bag. It is my sock bag, and I do like it. But you know it's important when your bag comes in another bag.
In a bag, when your bag comes in a bag.
You know how important your bag is? Your bag is important.
Yeah.
This stuff has been sitting around waiting for this podcast day. I need to go
I should
home
have done that, but it's okay that I don't have more to show.
I don't even... Hide and hammer. This is it from England, I believe. This didn't take long. They shipped this DHL and it got there relatively early. It is like a green canvasy. I've been wanting one of these forever, and I got to feeling sorry for myself. And
it showed up in the mail.
And it came in the mail.
Like magic.
It was a big magic day. So the Hide and Hammer bag looks like this.
Which I think, like, Espastrico actually carries them in their store.
They do. And then it just rolls down. Please don't judge or send any nasty grams. I do know that I'm a bag hog. I get it.
This is a public service announcement for small businesses.
Yes. I was like, oh, those poor people.
Yeah.
And it just showed up, and I was working at home, and
she's keeping the economy going single-handedly.
The world's economy.
Yes.
This is
that
pink hazel.
That one's really cute. I love that.
And I've wanted a pink hazel bag for a long time.
It's probably my cat hair on there. I should show them what I got. My new purchase. No, it wasn't a purchase. My kittens.
Oh, we can get them out. So this is
I'll put a picture on of my new kittens on the.
Oh, so pink hazel. She wrote me a note too.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your order, dear Cheryl.
Dear Cheryl.
When they write the messages, they just get me.
Oh, that's cute with the burgundy color too.
And then she also sent this. This came with it. I didn't order this. Like, it was just. She sent a pink hazel bag with the purchase.
Pin.
Or pin. I mean, with my bag. Sorry, I'm losing. I've apparently completely lost my mind. What are you looking up?
Pink hazel. I don't have a pink hazel bag.
I have watched. It's hard to get them. You have to, like, as soon as her updates go in, set your clock and go straight there. So this has a couple bags inside and a zipper, or a couple pouches and a zipper in there. Pink hazel. This is when it was just getting sick then. This is My Cottage number 9. This is on Etsy from Ireland, I believe. I love this bag. And it's so cute.
It is very cute. I love that one. I wish I'd have had that bag here for the. Oh, I might have a picture of it. I do have a picture of it I can show.
I know you people just think I am a terrible human being for all that I purchase. You have to, because I'm like wondering. This is By the Bay Yarn Company. I bought this from Brenda's from over at Cast On Yarn Studio. By the Bay Yarn Company is also on Etsy. And I have had their bags before. Some of these could be used as giveaways, maybe, in the near future. Maybe that will, somebody, who knows? You don't know where these are going to show up. This one is the Prickly Owl Company, Florida made in the USA. This one, I had a Volkswagen.
That one is really cute.
We each had Volkswagen Beetles, the new Beetles, yellow ones, when we didn't know each other.
We just sold our old yellow Beetle the other day.
The inside is a teal. Like, I'm finally going to start using some of these now. And she had this big tassel thing. Look at that.
Yeah, that tassel is cute. That's really neat.
And it's drawstring. I don't know why one needs this many bags. And I'm sure you're all saying it. I'm saying it.
It's an addiction.
This, Brenda started carrying Magner from Athens, Georgia. It's kind of like fringe. And I was buying it to help Brenda.
Yeah, that's her story.
Uh-huh.
This is one of my bins that someone bought that she has it filled with stuff. Well, I don't know if you can see it or not because of the glare. Mary Lee's bag. Mary Lee's Bag of Tricks.
Oh, Tana Casey is another one that I have wanted to buy for a long time.
And you did.
I did. So when we were in Rhinebeck, you couldn't even get near the booth where her bags were being sold.
Yeah, I wanted to look.
It was cake yarn was being sold. I don't know who the booth was, but Tana Casey's bags were being sold there, and you could not even get near. You could. You could.
It was stressful.
It was at the Yarn Bazaar the day before on Friday of Rhinebeck.
Yeah.
So Tana Casey has the bag, and it's like the canvas, and it's so cute on the inside.
Are those? Oh, they're holes or rivets or whatever you call them.
You know, I'm a commitment phobe with my yarn, so I do not put my yarn through those types of things. But I loved it. I need to stay off of Etsy.
That's all of them?
Etsy is the devil. So these 2 bags were purchased with gift cards from family that I got over Christmas. No, I'm justifying myself.
Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to justify yourself.
So that's justification.
Okay. That's
all.
all. So we are doing. Should we do the knit along?
Yeah, we're doing a knit along.
We're doing a knit along with.
And I'm actually even doing the knit along. I'm not swearing knit alongs off this year.
With the crafty needle, in combination with the crafty needle, and it is unique sock yarn that we're using, and it's the Tigress colorway. And do you have a list of the rules and regulations?
At home.
Okay, I think.
Well, actually, I posted
it. I think you sent it to me. Oh yeah, on our Facebook.
I posted it.
So if there's different ways to get in the drawing. We have a Facebook page that you can put pictures of your progress on. Our 2 Pearls in a Pod Facebook. Okay, she's gonna read the ways to win prizes.
A ticket for participation. Post your progress pictures in this thread on Facebook. If for some reason you don't have Facebook, you can notify us through YouTube, and we can put people's names in then. Because I think I'm gonna do like tickets.
Or even on our Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
But mostly we're Facebook. If you have Facebook, let's do Facebook.
And we know some people don't have Facebook, so then
and that's okay.
We'll make accommodations by either Instagram. Well, but if you don't do Facebook, you probably don't do Instagram.
Or even if they want to personally send us a message somehow, we can put their picture on the feed. Even
you get 1 ticket if you purchase your yarn from the Crafty Needle in Elmore. 1 ticket, and you can contact Crafty Needle
through their Facebook
page.
Mm-hmm.
1 ticket for finishing both socks by Labor Day, by September 7th, and post your photo of your 2 socks together.
Yeah.
You get a ticket for that. 1 ticket if you're using Earth Unique sock yarn. So we're not limiting this to only Earth sock yarn. You can use whatever sock yarn you want. The socks can be shorties or full socks. We are both using the Earth Tones Girl pattern called No Fear Shorty Socks.
Any pattern you want, you can use though. But if you've never knit socks before, that's an amazing pattern.
So come on and knit along. My time at home lately has made me reconsider my knit along ban. The tiger stripe yarn also helped in my decision.
It's made her reconsider her knit along ban and a bag diet.
I need a bag diet. Did you read that on our Pearls page?
No, I did not. I will read that.
Did you know that?
No.
Okay.
No. So I decided to do. I'm doing her heels, but I actually did a 3 knit 1 purl cuff on mine.
Mm-hmm.
So this is how far I started my 2nd cuff because I'm ready to do the heel, but these are mine started.
So
and I'm 2 separate. And the Chowgoo needles are awesome.
Love the Chowgoos. I love most. Well, I love the red lace, and I like the sharp tips for the sock yarn. And I love these cords because they don't hold a memory.
And you can do double points, 2 circs. We're doing
and actually any pattern. We're just talking about Earth Tones Girl pattern for people who haven't knit socks before.
It's been so
It's been
enlightening for
helpful.
us, that pattern. Yeah, we love it.
This is sock number 1. And when I knit the socks, I cast them on at the same time, so I was hoping they would be as matching as possible. And I knit, and she talks, so it's her pattern. She talks in her pattern about how to extend the leg of the sock.
If you want to use her pattern and not do a shorty.
She talks about that. So
on
then
YouTube.
I did each one in sections. So this sock is about half to being done with the foot.
And then
those are my 2.
Also,
I'm very proud of them.
Andrea's doing hers toe up, I think. Was it Andrea that's doing toe up?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. So socks are really all I've worked on lately.
You don't have the bag for the giveaway though. It's at the shop.
No, but I brought a picture up on here. So we're having several prizes. One of them is this project bag. I think you can see
Becky made.
That I made. And then we have Notions pouch and Notions, and I think a sock set from Crafty Needle. So
those are the prizes. We'll draw for the prizes after Labor Day, and we'll announce on our podcast right after Labor Day. We're going to try to do this every 2 weeks so that we're at an hour and 26, which actually we're not doing too bad at an hour and 26.
No, so then you have another giveaway.
I have another giveaway. Well,
so
yeah.
While she's getting out her giveaway stuff, I just want to say something about Sweet Tea No Shade. It's like my favorite podcast right now.
Sweet Tea No Shade they live in Minneapolis, and they start out.
They bring me joy.
Oh, they make me laugh, and they talk about
Betty Ann.
Betty Ann is one of their mothers, and they talk about her and her antics, and it is
the Betty Ann Report.
The Betty Ann Report, and they're watching all Angela Lansbury movies,
which I've been tempted to watch a few. And the last, maybe was it the last one, I was gonna watch, and then it just didn't work out, and then they ended up not watching the whole thing.
They said they couldn't watch it. It was terrible.
It was hilarious. So someday my goal is to meet them.
Yeah.
And adopt Betty Ann.
Yeah. We need to take her in, because those boys they're brutal to Betty Ann. They talk about
Betty
her
Ann
running around down in South Georgia in a tube top.
Yeah.
With sparkles in it. And they said that
it. And that you can tell they love her so much. And
she bought them a set of Chow Goo needles for her gift. I'm like,
I think she got them both sets.
She can be my mom.
Yeah.
She can adopt me.
So we really enjoy them. So.
And then I liked Needles at the Ready. They're in Connecticut.
I haven't watched.
And I've watched a lot of theirs. They have a new one up too, and I watched those guys also. They just make me laugh.
So if Sweet Tea No Shade, if you ever get Ohio way, we gotta meet you.
They're going to Colorado, I think.
Yeah, they're
driving to Colorado. Which to go,
we're not driving to Colorado.
Not now, we're not, but we could.
Yeah.
Well, if
maybe we
went
could meet
to
them in Georgia.
The Zombie Knitpocalypse, which was canceled, that's in Minnesota.
Yeah. Do they go to that? We should find out.
That would be fun, though.
That would. Okay, so our giveaway for today. Dun, dun, dun,
this all comes back to the mailman hating me. This giveaway comes from the mailman hating me. So, Lolo Body Care, I placed an order because I kept seeing everybody was ordering Lolo because, and especially in the wintertime when I knit, my hands get really dry. And it's a little bit painful. So I ordered some, I love the bars in the little tin. So I ordered 2 bars, or 2 like little tins with it, and 2 lip balms, because I also love lip balms. It was like a month later, and I kept getting an email saying, can you rate this? Like they wanted us to rate them. And so I sent her an email, and I'm like, I don't have this purchase. Yeah. This hasn't come through. And it's like 4 weeks. They had mailed it 4 weeks prior to this. And like eventually it just stopped tracking. I didn't know where it was.
But her mailman has the softest hands.
Yeah, he has nice hands. So, like probably 2 or 3 days, she's like, I'm so sorry. She's like, I'll send out another package. So I thought, well, I didn't even ask. Like, I was kind of like, I'm in limbo waiting for this. Like, I was on my sympathy train. I was the conductor and the engineer of my own sympathy train because I wasn't going to fiber festivals. I couldn't, we weren't seeing our friends. Like everybody's.
And our hands were dry from washing them so much.
So I placed an order, and then she sent it out again, and 3 days later it just appears, the first one. So then the other one now is in the mail to me. So now I have it coming also, and I'm like, I told her well, I have a podcast with my friend, and because she said just keep both of them, and I'm like, well, I'll give them away then. I'll give them away. So for the giveaway, I have 2 separate giveaways here.
I actually have I get really dry elbows. I don't know why. But every night I have been putting that on my elbows for a long time, and it really makes a difference. So I have
also 2 of these unopened. I haven't opened up. No grossness here. And 2 of these. They're the Lolo lotion bars. They're really nice. Mm-hmm. And so I'm going to do 2 separate giveaways.
Now, what are the scents on the lip balms?
Orange vanilla and peppermint kiss.
Okay.
So, and lemon is one of these, and vanilla moon is the other so vanilla moon and lemon. So to sign up for this, go to Lolo. I want to make sure I'm getting their website correct. Lolo Body Care, lolobody.com. So is where you go. Go to lolobody.com and look up and tell us what your favorite scent, what you think your favorite scent would be. Like the one, if you ordered what you would order. Go to their Instagram page and like and follow them there. And then, of course, follow us and like us.
And put a comment below what your favorite scent is. Below this video,
because this is going to be, we're going to take the drawings off of YouTube.
And so before our next, 2 weeks, we will.
Should we do 2 weeks or should we do 4 just to give people time?
Well, until our next podcast, which could be, don't you think our next podcast, which could be 2 to 4 weeks.
Our next podcast, we're going to do the drawing.
Yeah, we'll do the drawing. So
yeah, because we say 2 weeks, but as I'm hearing motorcycles driving by, so it's Sunday afternoon, and I'm like, oh, we should be out on the motorcycles.
On this beautiful day.
I could not drive my motorcycle here because Purley does not allow for this much stuffy stuff. Mm-hmm. I would have been holding stuff on my head.
But you have 2 bags. You can shove a lot of yarn in.
Not this much stuff.
No.
So
yeah,
go to Instagram and follow Lolo Body Care on Instagram. Go to their website to see what you can see, and then
tell us what you think your favorite scent would be.
Comment below.
Yep.
Now I've in the past, because we always see Tuft woolens at fiber festivals, we see them. I always bought Tuft, and this is every bit as good as Tuft.
The one nice. I have is Beach Bum.
Of this or of Tuft?
Of this.
Okay.
Yeah, and I really like it.
Where did you get that?
I mail ordered it once. I saw it somewhere, and
you didn't tell me.
It was a long time ago.
It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, it's almost gone. It was one of the big ones, and it's almost gone. In fact, I emptied the smaller one, and I have another one that's almost gone.
When we go to the fiber festivals, when they start back up again on the West Coast, we'll see these guys at those places.
Mm-hmm. I think I figured out how to do show notes too, so I'll put in there about the crafty needle and some information about the knit along too. So
okay. So
I think if not, I'll just comment down there.
Our yarn travels are put on hold for this year. Rhinebeck was canceled. That Kitchener-Waterloo thing was canceled. Yeah. Young's Dairy Farm, which is in September, the fiber event there is still on, but I don't even know.
Don't see it happening.
Yeah, I don't think so. And honestly, right now, I'm not going out into big crowds. We just aren't.
We've done very little. Kroger pickup, thank you. Mm-hmm. But other than that,
Walmart. I'm loading stuff in my cart.
My daughter went back to work, so I started babysitting my granddaughter again, and other than that, nothing exciting.
Yeah, we went yesterday, and I hunted some beach glass at that beach over in Sandusky. And I'd like to go back there today. I don't know if it's going to rain or not.
I think that's it.
So that's it, guys. I hope everybody's doing well and healthy.
Yeah, stay safe. And
I don't know.
Knit away.
Getting haircuts. Like, I'm like looking at it like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, if you watch this and you do have Facebook, post some things you've done on our Facebook page. We'd love to see them.
Yeah, we're 2 Pearls in a Pod on Facebook. So hopefully we'll be back in 2 weeks. Next week, it won't be next weekend. Next weekend is a big number for me.
She'll be wallowing.
Oh, so I got from Brighton. So the deal with my sisters is we're not allowed to wear our glasses on chains until you're 50. So I got my chains from Brighton. I have it at home, but I did not put it on because I
can't wear it till you're 50.
So I'm going to be 50 on Friday. So
there you go.
I thought we would be on some kind of a yarn adventure or something, but I don't think so. It's going to be beach glass probably.
Yeah.
Beach glass, and Costco's not making those big cakes anymore.
My stomach's growling. It's going.
It's a Costco cake, but
yeah.
Hopefully in 2 weeks we'll be back. Thanks for sticking with us, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay safe. Knit away those worries. They say that the knitting is the crafting and the knitting is a good thing.
Yep.
All right.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.